Adam and Eve, adapted by Laura Kaufman, illustrated by Karen Pritchett. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Then he created trees and flowers. He created birds and fish and animals. Then God created Adam, or Adam, the first man. God wanted Adam to be happy, so he created a glorious garden where Adam could live. God filled the garden with everything Adam could ever want or need. The Garden of Eden was the most beautiful place on earth. Adam was pleased with his home. One day, God brought all the creatures to the garden so Adam could name them. There were tigers and birds, monkeys and butterflies. There were so many magnificent animals, and Adam happily named each one. So here we see Adam, and he's naming the animals. We know this is a reindeer, tiger, monkey, butterfly. Adam enjoyed his lovely home and all his animal friends. Still, God could see that Adam was lonely. God decided to make a partner for Adam. One day, when Adam was asleep, God performed a miracle. He took one rib from Adam's chest, and with it, he created a woman. The woman's name was Eve. Adam loved Eve very much. Eve was Adam's friend and his helper. Adam and Eve married in the lovely garden. God saw that Adam and Eve were very happy, which pleased him. In exchange for all he gave them, God expected the couple to follow just one simple rule. You may eat from any tree in the garden except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, God said. Adam and Eve did not question God. They were grateful to God and they wanted to obey God's command. Adam and Eve wanted nothing more than to live happily. One day, Adam and Eve walked by the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Eve noticed the dangling red apples. They looked delicious. But Eve remembered God's command not to eat from that tree. Just then, a snake slithered along a branch toward Eve. The snake wanted to tempt Eve into disobeying God. Eve, the sly snake hissed, why don't you pick some apples from this tree? They are sweeter than any others. Oh no, Eve replied. God told us not to eat from this tree. But if you eat these apples, you will become as smart as God, the snake said. Eve wanted to be very smart. She picked 2 apples from the forbidden tree. She took a bite from one apple and gave the other to Adam. He also took a bite of the apple, though he knew he should not. And here's the picture of Eve eating from the apples, where she was not supposed to eat from this apple tree. And here's the bad snake telling her to do so. Why would the snake do that? Could anybody think about it? And here's Eve and Adam. God went to the garden. Adam and Eve tried to hide from him. They hid because they were ashamed. God knew that they had eaten from that forbidden tree. God was not angry, but he was very sad. God had no choice but to punish Adam, Eve, and the snake for breaking his rule. He forced the snake to slither on the ground forever. He made the snake an enemy to men and women. The snake will now be able to bite and poison people, God said. Then God told Adam and Eve they would have to leave. He said, now you will have to plant your own garden. You will have to work hard to build a new home, to protect yourselves from the rain and cold. God gave Adam and Eve clothing made from animal skins. Then he sent them away from the Garden of Eden. Could you think how sad was that? It's like if they betrayed God and they listened to the snake. God watched in sorrow as Adam and Eve walked away. He knew that Adam and Eve would grow tired from cutting and hauling wood to build their house. He knew they would be hungry when there was not enough rain to make their garden. This made God sad, for God still loved them. Once Adam and Eve had gone, God asked angels to guard his precious garden. The angels were happy to serve God, and they flew to earth to protect the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve, sadly, were never able to return. The wrong side of the bed. I get up on the wrong side of the bed. I stamp my foot and shake my head. When mommy tells me what to do, I am ugly, I frown, I am rude. I stick out my tongue. I hit my sister. Mommy says to me, listen, mister, I don't like how you're acting today. God doesn't want you to behave this way. So I go back to bed and get up again. I know that God is listening in, and all day long I am as good as can be because I love God and God loves me. The end. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button.